Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. This is the lust card or the strength card. You are somebody with a lot of passion, a lot of heart. Yeah. I think that you have a very vibrant spirit right now. I think you are in your energy. You're feeling yourself. To me, this is somebody who is just, you're doing you. You know, you're focused on your self-expression. You're in a very creative energy. I think you're feeling confident. You're feeling powerful. You're feeling capable. Yeah. And this, to me, this is stunning energy. This is somebody that's got courage, somebody with that's brave, somebody that is willing to go and face their fears. You know, I feel like this is like you went and you did karaoke or something, right? It's like you never do that sort of thing, but there you were, man. You did it and it felt good. Yeah, I think that you're kind of learning more about what you're capable of and what you really like in life and what you want and what makes you feel alive, what makes you feel capable and present in the moment. We're not sleepwalking through life. We're awake. We're wide-eyed and we're ready. Yeah. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. We have to have some sort of framework for this, right? Two of Wands. Mars and Aries. We're taking control. We're taking command of the ship. You have a Six of Swords and Nine of Cups. Seven of Swords. Yeah, that makes sense. We need a little bit of self-doubt, a little bit of criticism to keep our plans in check. You know, it's good that you have a divine plan. It's good that you question your plan. Yeah, so it's a really good balance there. And you have, well, perfect. You've got a Prince of Cups. That is the Scorpio energy. That's one of your power cards. Represents the Scorpio energy in action. Yeah. The fixed water energy of the Prince of Cups. Over here we have Wheel of Fortune. Your luck is changing. I think miracles are happening in your life right now. You're making them happen. Your efforts coupled with divine timing equals perfection. You have a Queen of Pentacles, a Six of Pentacles, and a higher perspective with a Queen of Swords. I like this very, very much. Now, Spirit's saying that you've met a celebrity or something, or you have some sort of famous friends or something like this. Yeah. I don't know what that reference is about yet. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here with Dwight K. Schrute right on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, put your prediction in the comments down below. Okay. Now, as we look around the room, we see two major arcana cards, the Strength card and the Fortune card. Kind of like you're creating your own luck. Through your efforts, through your charisma, through your courage and bravery, through your capabilities, through your magic, through the harnessing of your own potential energy, you're activating the hand of providence. Yeah. You got fire, you got water, you got air, and you got a couple of earth cards. Pretty well balanced, I would say. Okay, maybe a little heavy on the air, but I think the air that you have is quite balanced in and of itself. Even the Queen of Swords, because this is water and air. So I feel like, oh, interestingly, this is air and water. This is water and air. See, the court cards are all about the elemental combinations. This is the air of water. This is the water of air. Yeah? So you're able to see yourself from the inside out and from the outside in. You know, you really have that self-remembering perception that Gurdjieff would talk about, right? The awareness of what you're doing. It's like you're able to be immersed in your life, living your authentic life, while at the same time looking at yourself from a distance and seeing it, what it is you're doing and how you're doing it, how you're behaving, how you're acting and reacting, how it's kind of like you're able to be your own Overwatch. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot, especially as you have your Two of Wands, because this is a very assertive energy. This is a very dominating energy. This is saying it's my life, I'm taking control, I'm doing it, I don't care what anybody says. It's good that you have this. It's good that you're taking control of your life. I think that the balance here is that you're taking control of your life, but you're understanding that a lot of this is outside of your control. These two cards together are awesome. This is everything you can control. This is everything else. The two of these together, recipe for success. Well, you have success right here. That's the material success card, the Six of Pentacles. So by you understanding and getting that bird's eye view, this objective view of your life, you can see what is within your influence, what you can control, and how you controlling that, focusing on that. Focus on stuff that is actionable for you. The rest of it will fall in line. The rest of the universe will harmonize with you, okay? But first, you have to take control over yourself and the things that are in your immediate sphere of influence. And of course, we're working to extend that sphere of influence. I think that something's going on in your life where you're kind of gaining in more power, right? Like when you start out, you can only really affect a couple things, like think of a baby. A baby can only really affect what's immediately around them. And at the very beginning, you can only control what your caregivers do, in a way, right? More or less, relatively speaking. I know there are exceptions. But you cry, you know, and then somebody comes and gives you some sort of attention. That's the limit of your control. But as we get older, as we sort of build ourselves up, as we get more experience, as we expand, we start to have a longer and a farther and farther reach. Now you can influence things on the other side of the world. You can influence things in other parts of the cosmos, you know. Your capabilities are growing. And I think that really is part of our Leo energy, our lust card here. The more you do in life, the more you push yourself and face your fears, the larger your world gets. And the more control over that world you seem to have. It's relative control. It's apparent control. It's not intrinsic control. Okay, it's the apparent control that we have. Because ultimately, Spirit calls the shots. Divine timing calls the shots, you know. You can be at the right place at the right time to make that three-point basket, but what if there's no game going on? What if there's no ball? What if there's no court? What if there's, you know what I mean? You could do everything in your power to make something happen, but if the timing ain't right, the timing ain't right. It's when these when these energies all come together, things are perfect. Miracles happen. You're in the right place at the right time, doing the right things, and it's something that you're sort of capable of doing. Well, if you're afraid of everything, and we're saying no to everything, and we're kind of shying away from everything, we're not going to be in the right place at the right time when Spirit sets us up for that three-point shot. What if everything in the world is perfect for you to win that game and make that three-point shot, but you're not there? It's not going to work. It's not going to matter. Okay. Just like the opposite way. If you're there and you're ready and you're capable, but Spirit didn't set it up that way, it's when all that comes together. You're in the right place at the right time, ready to do the right thing at the right moment. Miracles happen. Okay. And you're more likely to experience those miracles when you're out in the world engaging with the world. I want to be in the right place at the right time as often as I can. So I'm always going out into the world at different times and places. Eventually, things will line up and it'll be that right time, right place. And we'll experience the miracle. We'll witness the miracle. We'll be part of it. Okay. I feel like you don't like crowded places. I feel like you're getting used to it. You know, you're getting used to the crowds. You're doing something now. It really is confronting your fears. This Leo energy is very, very brave. Yeah. And I think you're taking control over everything that is within your sphere of influence. And of course, trying to always push forward to expand the world so that you can have a larger sphere of influence. Okay? You have the overwatch here, which is that objective part of yourself, that higher conscience, really, making sure that you don't start believing that you control everything. You know, so it's a weird balance there, right? And that's kind of what this card is there for, to oversee you, to watch over you. It's a part of you. It's that part of you that's watching over you to make sure that, yes, you're expanding your control, you're taking more leadership, more responsibility, you have more influence over more things in your life, but at the same time, you still have that humility to say, it's all a gamble, it's all spirit, it's all coincidence, it's all risk, it's all luck, whatever. Your luck is changing, you're changing it, but you also know that none of this is up to me. I'm ultimately, in the ultimate reality of things, you don't control anything. But at the same time, you do. You understand? I think your luck is changing. I think that you've been probably feeling a lot lately like you've been at the bottom of the wheel, you know, between the rubber and the road, getting kind of ground down by life. All that's changing now. Your life is doing a 180. Things are going to get so much better for you. Okay. Down beneath the surface, you have a 6 of Swords. It tells me that you're a very organized person. It feels like you have big plans for your life, you know? I think that you recognize that Spirit has big plans for you. And I think that you sometimes like things to go by the book. You know, that you have a certain way that you want things to happen. You have a belief about the world. You have an assessment of the way the world works. But then, of course, contrasted with that, we have the 7, which is, I got to criticize my own plan. I have to have ideas, and then you have to criticize those ideas. You have to have your hypothesis, and then you have to challenge that hypothesis and try to poke holes in it. Keeps you sharp, it keeps you humble, keeps you real, keeps you authentic. We start to maybe identify too much with the script, with the narrative that you're trying to write. You're trying to remain authentic. So it's good that you have that self-criticism, because that, again, it's coming from this overwatch position that is trying to challenge your beliefs. Okay? The way things are, we start to get comfortable in what we believe. This is life throwing you a curveball. Okay, this is a piece of information that's coming in that's going to challenge what you thought you knew. Well, that's how this is stress and response. This is how you grow. Okay, you come up with a theory of the universe, and then through your experiences, your new experiences, facing your, in that courageous way going forward, you're getting new pieces of information that may be a little cognitive dissonance. It may challenge your existing beliefs, but it's helping you to expand your knowledge. Nothing worse than somebody that thinks they know everything, they've got it all figured out. I've discovered the secret, I know the plan. Oh yeah? Spirit's going to throw you a curveball just to humble you. And you know that. And so you're able to navigate that with courage. You have your 9 of Cups in the background here. I feel like there was a time in your life where you didn't believe that you had a future, really. Like I feel like you sort of resigned yourself to just not living a very happy life. I feel like things are turning around for you. I feel like you've started to prioritize your happiness. Maybe this is a card that's saying you were plan of living somebody else's happiness, or you were in service to somebody else's happiness, or that we just didn't have this. Okay? I think you're creating this. I think that you realize happiness is not an object. It's not something that you get. It's not a place you arrive at. It's a way of life. Yeah. And so when you're out here as the Strength card, living life, taking charge of life, feeling the vibrant energy, feeling life flowing through your fingertips like electricity, that's when you know you're living a happy life, because you're following your bliss. You're pursuing your happiness. You're living authentically. The 9 of Cups is a verb. It's an odd number. The odd numbers are the functions. Happiness is a way of life, not a destination. Okay? So I feel like that was a revelation that happened to you not so long ago, where you realize that happiness is not something to place out there tomorrow, a place I have to just suffer, but one day I'll arrive at happiness. I think you realize that you've got to start being happy now, doing the things that make you happy now. Do you have a shoebox full of concert tickets or something? Tickets to something. I think they're still like, some are faded, some are not. It's like concert tickets, maybe movie tickets, but it feels like concert, you know. I don't know why that kind of sort of popped up for me. Happiness is a lifestyle. It's a way of living, right? That feels right for you. It's not some distant destination. And I think when we make that switch, we start to realize that, you know what? You're responsible for that. You're responsible for making the right choices, controlling your life to your relative degree, not absolute control, but doing what I can, you know, controlling your life, taking ownership, taking responsibility, realizing that your life is your domain. You got to do it. If you want the happy life, it's not just something that is out there somewhere. That if I just suffer enough now, one day I can be happy. One day I can earn the happiness. No, you got to start living that way now. I think you're doing the things that make you happy, even though it's new energy. It's different. It's a little scary. Yeah, a little bit scary. Who's got the lemon tree? You have a lemon tree in your yard or something like that, yeah. Your superpower card in the future position. I love that card. It's the Prince of Cups. And it's the way forward for you. To be authentic. To know yourself, know your truth, and to face your fears. Don't let your fears get in the way. Don't let your fears block your happiness. Okay? Sometimes we take the 7 of Swords with the 2 of Wands, and this is doubt that's blocking your path forward. Blocking you from knowing your true self, or living your authentic life, living your truth. You know, I think you have a very strong sense of who you are, why you're here, what you want, what would resonate with you, what would really feel good for you, what your happiness would look like, what it would feel like. But fear has very often blocked your way. Well, you've got all this vibrant, courageous energy now. I think you're making miracles. Yeah. I think you're making miracles. I think you're stepping up and you're taking ownership and leadership of your life. You're not a passenger. You're the driver. Yeah. And your luck is changing. There is something to say about some kind of a leadership thing. I don't know if this is happening at work or just with your friends or family, but I feel like you're kind of like, you're stepping up and you're saying, no, wait a minute. I'll drive. You know? I feel like, and it's kind of new for you. It's like, you've never really done that before. You're taking that leadership. You're taking ownership. You're taking the driver's seat. You're getting behind the wheel here. Well, behind the wheel, Wheel of Fortune. Let's talk about these cards. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. Your general energy now is one of expansion. You're driving your life into places you've never gone before. You're expanding, you're growing, you're broadening your horizons. This is the card of growth and expansion. Whatever you're doing now, if this is like a business thing or a work thing, things are really going to take off, okay? Because of all this other energy that we see on the path of the dove, if your life, your business, whatever it is growing rapidly, very fast growth, you've got to be prepared to deal with that growth. Sometimes our lives can grow so fast that we can't keep up. It's like a business. I worked for a company that they grew really fast. When I started there 15 years ago, very small, like 10 people worked there. Within 10, 15 years, they grew to hundreds and hundreds of people. They grew very fast. I don't know if that's fast or not, but it seemed like it. For that industry, I guess, they grew really fast. And there was some problems along the way. There was some, cash flow issues. There was personnel issues. There was HR issues. There was scandals. There was, a lot of trouble. Sometimes we grow a little bit too fast. We don't know how to keep up with the growth or how to handle the growth. Maybe the lifestyle creep starts to happen, or, we get the ego, we get the big, we think we're invulnerable. There's nothing that can stop us, that sort of thing. So be ready for all of that. Stay in control of your faculties. The growth is really going to happen. Whatever you're in charge of, whatever direction you're taking your life, it's going to happen quick. Okay? Things are going to grow kind of in a very fast pace. Yeah. That box is under the bed, right? I'm seeing that box of the concert tickets. It's like you keep it under your bed. I don't know if it's like a keepsake box or what it is. It feels like a shoebox under the bed, yeah. This is the card of divine timing. This is the card that says, here's the right time and the right place. If you're not there, you're going to miss out on the miracle. Yeah. Spirit's going to put the right people, places, and things on your path when and where you need them. It's up to you to be there to engage with that. To know what to do. It's like Spirit's on the corner waiting for you and like, well, I guess Scorpio's not showing up. I'm leaving. Yeah. So we've got to be ready at a moment's notice to take advantage of the opportunities that are coming around. Yeah. In your environment, you have your Queen of Pentacles. I wonder if there is an older female energy that is very close to you in your life. It feels like it might be a spirit guide or an ancestor, a relative, a grandma, great-grandma, something like that. Yeah, someone that's passed into spirit, but they're still very close to you. Seeing an S for a name, first or last initial for an S. Okay. And an R name as well. And if there's two different people, yeah. The Queen of Pentacles is looking at the past. Okay. I feel that this is your future self. Looking back at what's going on right now in your life. And being very happy that you're making the difficult but necessary, confident, courageous decisions. Because sometimes this card could be regret. Sometimes this card can be our future selves, like wishing we would have made better choices. When you're old, do you want to look back on your life and see that fear got in your way? No. You want to look back on your life and think, I made some really bold choices, and that's why I am who I am today. Okay. Now, this is the card in your environment and in the position of your relationships. I feel like there is a relationship with an older female energy here, and it's beginning to be a stronger force for you. I don't know who that person is. Okay. It feels like they've always had a very strong influence on your life. Yeah. And there's something about an old bicycle that either they gave you one or they rode one, or something about them and the old bicycle. Okay. In your position of fear, worries, and concerns, you have success. Because we don't know when we'll be in the right place at the right time. We don't know when our efforts, our control is going to match up and sort of harmonize with the divine timing. That's our fear. Our fear is that things aren't going to come together and harmonize. Things aren't going to click in place. Things are not going to succeed. But yet we're going to be out here trying anyway. We know we're not going to succeed if we never venture out of our comfort zone and try to harmonize, try to activate the Wheel of Fortune. Okay? So we're out here doing our best. And yes, you may get some failures. You may get some false starts. But you're very likely to get the win. Okay? If you're trying to take advantage of every opportunity, every situation, and have no regrets, leave nothing on the table, eventually the right time and the right place, and you are going to click together, the miracle's going to happen, and you're going to get that win. This is the card of success. In whatever endeavor it is, whatever you're doing in life, you're going to succeed. Okay? That's beautiful. That's glorious. That is a light. The Queen of Swords at the end here is the, it's the Overwatch card to me here. And it's kind of like it's also looking at the past, I guess. But it kind of is, in a way, it's your higher self that's kind of looking over things now. And making sure that you stay objective and that we don't get so, Mars and Aries, right? We don't get so hot-headed or so, power mad that we end up kind of sabotaging the divine timing, or start believing that we're the only thing that matters, and that that your efforts are what's creating everything. That's the kind of pride or arrogance that we don't want. So I feel like this card is maintaining some objectivity. And so that's that part of you that is looking over everything to make sure that you're confident and strong and courageous, but also humble. Yeah. That you're not so deluded by your success and drunk on your power that you make some stupid mistakes. Yeah. It's keeping you kind of sober-minded and level-headed, staying a little bit objective. Yeah. Let's look at our mystery card. I think this is going to be another card of leadership, probably going to be an emperor. Because I feel like you're taking charge of something. Whether this is a business or you've been promoted or something, or like, I don't know, you're taking the driver's seat somewhere. Maybe this is the Chariot. Maybe another Wheel of Fortune. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's see what we have. A King of Wands. This is a steady force. It's really another Leo energy. I'd watch the Leo reading if I were you. Both of these are Leo cards. It's a fixed fire. Yeah. It's saying that regardless of what comes your way, you have confidence. Now, confidence is not this idea that doesn't matter what you do, you're going to win. Doesn't matter what happens, you're going to come out on top and everybody's going to love you and everything's going to go your way. That's confidence? No, that's arrogance. Confidence is saying you're going to do your very best. You're going to control everything that's within your power to control. You're going to cross your fingers for the rest of it. And whatever happens, win or loss, you're going to be okay. So it's a way of confronting fear. It's a confidence that's saying, I can go into the fear. I can go into the dark, scary forest. And whatever happens, whatever I encounter, whatever challenges you, or whatever jumps out to scare you, you're going to be okay. So this is the confidence that you need to go into life and take chances, take risks, do the difficult thing, put yourself out there. Live your life with this kind of vibrant, vital energy. And get the wins, get the life, build the life that you want. And even when some days you fail, some days you get the L or the little F, failure, those are okay. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to damage you. It's not going to ruin you. It's not going to lay you low. That is confidence, not some arrogance that says like, oh, I can never be defeated. Look at me. No. No. Some days you'll get thrown down on the mat. Some days you won't know the answers. You have the confidence to keep going anyway. That's part of our King of Wands, is the cruise control. No matter what happens, you're going steady. Okay? No matter what is in front of you on your path, you're not going to slow down and come to a stop. You're going to keep going. You might have to adjust your throttle a little bit. You might have to kind of change course and make some other maneuvers and stuff, but you're not giving up. You're not going to quit. Feels like this is some kind of a career, some kind of a very challenging activity that you're doing that is is something that has a material benefit to it. Maybe it's a basketball game. I don't know. Maybe you're going to make that 3-point shot. Maybe this is something really big at work, a big work project or something along those lines. Yeah. It's awesome energy. We're going to do an extended reading too. If you want to stick around, we'll do some hexagram cards, Jing hexagram. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Scorpio Mondays and Thursdays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.